Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Service with Style Shopmetrics training video. Shopmetrics is our reporting system that captures all of your reports that you get from Service with Style. And we wanted to take a minute with you today to highlight some of the features and show you around Shopmetrics a little bit. My name is Darren from Service with Style and also have Scott on the line. Hey, Scott, how are you today?
Doing great. Thanks, Darren. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Hope you find this helpful.
Well, perfect. Yeah, we'll be quick and efficient, and let's guide you through Shopmetrics. So first, you receive an email from us with your most recent report as a PDF. That is the current information. The Shopmetrics system holds all of the reports. So on that email, you would receive a link to click, and the page that you see here is what is going to take you there. The address of that page is sws.shopmetrics.com. You will enter your email and password. If you have any problems with that, feel free to email us at any time. The email is on the bottom of the screen, but it is sws@servicewithstyle.com. Once you enter those, you will log in, and we have a client that we demonstrate here. So it's a restaurant client that's a single location. And Scott, let me turn it over to you. Can you guide everybody through the home page of Shopmetrics?
Absolutely. So this is our demo client that we have for people. This is a restaurant called Runways at Bartow. It's a single location, and we did some surveys back in March of 2020. So this is just going to give you a brief little rundown of what things might look like if you had a restaurant like them. We personalize all these pages, and we hope you appreciate that. So you click at the top of the home page, you would see the client and the survey. As you can see, it says Runways at Bartow. If you click on that, you can see the different surveys that we have done for Runways at Bartow. If you wanted to just single one of those out, you could click that and you would see only the results from those particular surveys. As you can see here, this would be the scores for the lunch observations. I had a very nice 94% on that. If you wanted to break down the different business units, let's say you had multiple locations, you could click up there and select your specific location. Obviously, like I said, we only have one location here. And if you had surveys done in different months, the campaign would be where you would select that. That's how we designate when those shops were completed. So below that, you can see the scores of how everyone did. This is just for the lunch observations, I'd like to point out. And again, if you wanted to see the scores for everything else, you could select that as well. On the right side, you can see the last 20 results. It looks like maybe there was only one lunch observation. If there were more, it would keep scrolling and showing you more of those. But it's a nice way to just sort of get a quick rundown of everything that's happened. Let's say you only check in once every few weeks. You would see all of the most current information right there. Moving on to Survey Explorer. This is much of like what you saw on the homepage, just a different way of seeing it. The same sort of options at the top, but from here, you can get a breakdown and ways to share this with people or save it into your system. You can see the most recent surveys right there. Let's say we click the lunch observation and the Friday dinner buffet and the breakfast observation. Now, if we want to put those into a report, we can click that download report button right there and it will save it. You can print those and have all three of them in one document, export it in HTML. That would be a way that you could share it with somebody else online, and export in PDF if you wanted to send a form directly to a person with those three reports. So that's a handy way to do it there. Now, if you want to look into each individual survey, you can sort them by name, you can sort them by date, whether reverse or chronological order, or you can sort them by score. If you click on the titles of any of these reports, that would take you directly to the document. And then you could see much like what you would receive in your email if you were on the export list. So here we have a breakfast observation, and as you can see, it looks much like you would receive in an email when the report was exported. The convenient thing is at the top of these reports, you'll have the option to send an HTML link to share it online. You can create a PDF of it, or one of the best options, it might be the most handy one, is a PDF email. let's say your head chef, you want to send the results to them, you can put their email address in right here, and then there's a little room for you in the body where you can say, hey Darren, great job. And from there, you can select the send option. It needs just a little time to load up. And then you could click the send, and off it goes. Darren receives that report, says great job from you, and just like that, you've shared a secret shopping report. Now, if we go back to the top and click Media Explorer, here you will see a collection of all of the images from your surveys. Now, you can streamline these and select certain surveys that you would like to see, but what we're looking at right here is a collection of everything. These are receipts, these are images of food, this could be images of bathrooms and such. Anything that would have been submitted by the shopper is located here and organized by date. This could be particularly important if you have somebody that is double checking your receipts and accounting, things like that. You can have them access this page and have all of that information right there.
Well, thanks, Scott. And our next section is custom rollups. This is where you can get very specific and pull some very detailed information out of the reports. What we typically recommend here is just let us know. We can customize and really guide you through this because it does get very specific. But as a quick example from Runways, if we answered just a couple questions and we were looking to see how our hostesses were doing and are they smiling when they welcome the guests and what type of greet time. So if we click just a couple buttons and figure out the scores, when you run the query, now that's going to tell us that Emily was prompted her greeting and she was very good at smiling when she welcomed the guests. So again, this can get very specific, but also very helpful. Report Portal is a great tool of reports that already tabulated for you. These are our favorite ones that we've put together and really identifies how you can see the information in a lot of different ways. So let's go into our locations by section. So we want to see some of the sections and the scores for every question within there. So the report that we just ran gave every single section of the secret shopping report and every question, and it breaks down your scores for every individual question, how many points you gained, how many points you missed, and can be a really good, strong tool. What we recommend is printing reports like this every once in a while and sitting down with your managers and going through them. A lot of really good positive pieces on service comes out when you're reviewing these. Our last section is the client dashboard. Client dashboard is some of the graphs that we put together. Again, our favorites. And it's a fun place for you to go and start clicking and reviewing your own scores. And you have the ability to add different reports on here or remove the reports that you like to see. You can take a minute and basically customize the page with all of these individual reports. One of my favorites is the performance by question. Again, it outlines every question in your secret shopping report. And for the current year, we have the score total and then the overall. So a lot of different ways you can see the numbers. Take some time, play around with Shopmetrics. If you have any issues with your login, please feel free to reach out. And again, we can always customize it. Scott, thanks for your time today. And anything that we missed?
I think we're all set. If anybody has any questions, feel free to email us at sws@servicewithstyle.com.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.